What's up, fight fans? Thank you once again for coming through. Much appreciated. Let's not forget to hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. All right, Carl Frampton, it sounds like, and I believe it's true, has got his wish. I remember the press conference he did when it was announced that he would sign with Frank Warren. He said, look, one thing he wants to do this year is fight in Windsor Park. Obviously, for those of you that don't know, Windsor Park, home of the Northern Irish football team. He said he wants to fight there. He's got his wish. August 18th is the date that's been sort of penciled in or rubber stamped, I think. I don't think that's even penciled. I think it's been rubber stamped. So he will go there. Pardon my ignorance. I'm a football fan as well, so I should know this. But when he mentioned that he wants to fight in Windsor Park, I just assumed, especially because it's the national stadium for the Northern Irish team, I assumed it was a much bigger venue. Sorry, bigger stadium. I was thinking minimum 40 to 50,000. That's what I was thinking, because you think of all the other national stadiums in and around Europe, I thought 40, 50,000 easily. So when I looked at it and I realised it's only an 18,000 seater stadium, I thought he'll do that easily. Because initially I was thinking, if he wants to fight at Windsor Park, then it's got to be a monster of a fight. You know what I mean? All these talk of stadium fights, it's not. Don't be fooled what Anthony Joshua is doing. To have a stadium fight, you've got to have a very, very good opponent. So I was thinking, there isn't much in the featherweight division. I mean, there are names there. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not trying to say the likes of Leo Santa Cruz and Selby and Valdez and who else, Gary Russell Jr. aren't names, but I'm thinking for a stadium fight, you need, I don't know, maybe a Lomachenko or even a Rigondeaux before the Lomachenko defeat. But now I know it's 18,000. I think he does that by himself, to be honest. I think Carl Frampton could easily do that. So you don't need a special opponent. You obviously want it to be a world title fight, and I think it will be, but you don't need a special opponent. So let's look at some of those opponents. Obviously, I've said it needs to be a world title fight, so you got Lee Selby is the one. I think Lee Selby will run through Warrington. I don't think he'll stop him, but I think he beats him convincingly. They fight on the 19th of May. Is it enough turnaround, especially if it's a tough fight, is that enough turnaround to fight 3 months later? So he's going to what? Have a fight, maybe rest for 3 or 4 weeks, then go back into camp. That's not easy. That's not easy to do. So I doubt that it will be Lee Selby if Lee Selby beats Warrington. I think the 18th of August is too much of a turnaround. September, yes, but I guess they done August because of the weather as well. End of season, then the season starts again. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure why they did that. Oscar Valdez is, I guess, the favourite. Everyone's been talking about Oscar Valdez. He had a really good fight against Scott Quigg. But remember, he suffered a broken jaw in that fight. That fight was, what, March? He must have had surgery by now, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of people that have suffered broken jaws. Quigg, Ricky Burns. Do they do a 5-month turnaround? Is that not too quick? So I doubt Valdez will come through, to be honest, either. Leo Santa Cruz is having that big fight, the rematch against Abner Mars. They fight 9th of June, so no chance it's going to be the winner of that fight. It's just not going to happen. 9th of June, 18th of August, 2 months, really. And their fights will be physically taxing on both of them. So I can't see Mars or Santa Cruz fight. Gary Russell Jr., who's he fighting? He's fighting Diaz, sorry. He's fighting Joseph Diaz the 19th of May. Remember, he's the WBC champion. That's a risky fight for Carl. I think Gary Russell Jr. might actually beat Carl Frampton. I think he could be just too fast and too slick for him. But 19th of May, again, it's tough. You really wanted to come up against someone that fought at the worst in April. All these guys are fighting May and June, and it's just not enough turnaround. So it's all well and good, Frank Warren saying, yeah, this is the date, August 18th, but in terms of an opponent, I mean, who's available? Those are the 4 belt holders, by the way. Who's available? I mean, there are some other kids, but they're just no names and risky. Like a guy called, you guys might not know him, a very good Filipino fighter called Mark Magsayo. Very good. Fantastic amateur record. Unbeaten as a pro, 18 fights, 18 wins. But again, it's too big of a risk. And I think for this, if you like, big stadium fight, you want a name, right? You want a name, you want a title. But again, those are the 4 guys that have belts. Unless maybe he goes up a weight, and I don't think he'll do that. It's a shame that Lomachenko isn't in and around that weight class still, because that would have been a good matchup. Obviously, I think Lomachenko would beat him, but again, it's a stadium fight. That's the kind of epic fight you want. So I don't know. I don't know who he's going to fight. If I had to pick any of those guys I just mentioned, in terms of someone that would do the quick turnaround, it's Lee Selby, right? Lee Selby wants that fight badly. And I think Lee Selby doesn't necessarily take too much punishment. Josh Warrington's not a big puncher. I think Josh Warrington only has a handful of knockouts on his record, so he's not a big puncher. So he could maybe turn around quicker. Plus, obviously, he doesn't have to travel like the rest of them. So I'm going for Lee Selby, if he wins, to fight Carl Frampton, 18th of August at Windsor Park. What do you guys think? Let me know. Peace.